from Magic Siberians. This is Magic. He's our newest kitten. He's going to be our sire very soon. He just arrived from Russia about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I don't remember. But he is settling in very nicely, making friends with Luna, our little stray that we adopted, and Stormy, of course. Good friends. So hopefully they will conceive. My goal is sometime the end of September, and they will have their first litter together. So anyway, I just wanted to introduce Magic to you guys. Hopefully he's looking around, looking cute, because he is adorable and he's so loving. He's purring right now. Hi, sweetheart. But I'm gonna let him go play. That's obviously what he wants to do. Also, a little update. Let me scoot back so my head's not chopped off. A little update is that we have relocated to the Dallas area. So no longer in Houston, which I know sucks because I am getting a lot of people interested from Houston. And I know as of the moment there is no breeder down there, which is why I wanted to set up in Houston, but COVID, life changes, prompted a move to the Dallas area. So we're happy to be here, and we will definitely serve the Houston area and help in any way we can to get these beautiful hypoallergenic kittens into your home. Today though, the video is more about doing your fur sample allergy testing. Some people advise that you should obtain a sample of fur, kind of like this one, and test it at home to see if you have any allergic reaction. If you have allergies, eczema on your skin, very sensitive skin, or asthma. And of course, I have to say the disclaimer, this video is not to be taken as medical advice, and talk to your doctor or your nurse practitioner before you start the fur sample testing. The second step is also to make sure that you have your medication regimen golden. So if your doctor has advised for you to be taking medication, like on a daily basis for your allergies or for your asthma, make sure that you're really good at taking those medications really on a rhythm. If you have to set alarms so you remember your medicines, do that. If you have to get a pill box to set it up like every Sunday night, put all your medications in the pill box so that way in the morning or in the evening, whenever you take your medication, you just pop open that one little day and all your pills are right there. Of course, if you have eczema, keep doing your creams as needed. So getting a hypoallergenic kitten is not a cure for your asthma and allergies. You're still gonna be allergic to pollen. You're still gonna sneeze and maybe have an asthma attack if you're around too much dust. So, proceed with caution, please. And it's also recommended to have a friend or a partner or somebody in the house with you before you start your fur sample allergy testing and for the duration of the entire test as well. So basically, hopefully you have somebody that can spend the night with you. Even if it's just a friend, whatever. It's a good idea just in case there's an emergency. I've never heard of a fur sample causing an emergency at all. But I have to say that just in case, you keep your rescue inhaler nearby. If you start having tight lungs or you start wheezing or anything at all, go ahead and take your medication, okay? And then you can always abort the test if you need to. No need to torture yourself. So with that said, having an allergic reaction to Siberian kittens is possible. Some people are still allergic to these hypoallergenic cats, but I would say that's very rare. Honestly, I've never met anybody that has worse allergies than myself. I know I look good, honey, but it takes work daily with my meds and my creams and all that stuff. I have to be on point because if I miss one thing, I'm all flared up and flaky and wheezing and I'm a mess. So I do have really pretty severe asthma and also severe allergies, severe eczema, and it takes daily work. That's my point. So odds are, and most people that do get fur samples from me right back after their testing and say they were not allergic. So that's a good sign. If you're not allergic to the fur sample, it is very likely that you probably will not be allergic to the cats themselves, as long as it's a purebred Siberian cat. If it's a mixed breed, you could have an allergy. I'm allergic to every other cat except Luna, who I think might be a Siamese, and they're supposed to be hypoallergenic too. But with Luna, she's still a kitten. I think she's about 6 months old, and I am proceeding with caution with her too, because as they go through puberty, I believe their hormones and their allergen level can change. So there's a chance that once she hits her maturity or whatever, about a year old, she might start emitting some new proteins that I'm allergic to. I hope not, because I do adore her. Anyway, we'll get to how to do the first sample testing, okay? So a couple of supplies you're gonna need. I would set these up first before you even get to that part, putting the fur on your arm, is some saran wrap. I would say about 1.5 feet length would be good. And then you need your fur, of course. A couple of pieces of tape, pre-cut. Just go ahead and tear those up and stick them on your counter or whatever. And that's saran wrap, in case my voice isn't coming through good. Mine is very well loved and ripped up. So go ahead and have that ready. And you could use duct tape, I guess, but it's kind of really, really sticky. So I think box tape is better, but whatever you have on hand. And the last thing to put over top is either like a Ace bandage wrap, although this brand is Mueller, and I really like this kind. I've used it for years for various things, like to, splint a wrist, or my kid twists an ankle, a little sprain or whatever. And you can reuse it, and it doesn't have those annoying metal clips that the Ace bandages have that poke you and you lose them, and then you're like stuck with your stuff all dangling around. So this one has Velcro, and I like it. I got it on Amazon, I believe. So I'll try to put a link down below. And, the other thing you could use instead of this is a sock, like an old tube sock, like a guy's tube sock that plays sports or whatever, just long. And you can cut the foot off if you like and slip it over the sample. So anyway, we're gonna test this area about here or here, either arm. If you're feeling really like a challenge, you can do both arms and break up the sample. So what you do is make sure your arm is clean and dry and that you're feeling good. And I also recommend maybe do this on a weekend day when you don't really have to go to work or something in the next morning, just on the off chance that you do have an allergic reaction. I would also recommend having some Benadryl at home in the house just in case. But those of us with allergies and asthma probably already got that in our medicine cabinet. Okay, so here you put the first sample here. This is an old one, so it's super flat and stuff. Yours will probably be kind of fluffy, maybe even a little loose. You can like squish it so it's more together and it stays more on your arm. And then I would use a counter or something like this. Of course, you would not want your watch, but put this on at night before you go to bed. Maybe like an hour before you go to bed, so you can monitor yourself and make sure that you're not having a bad allergic reaction before you sleep. And so you take the saran wrap and wrap it around your arm. And saran wrap is great because it sticks to itself. I'm sure the off-brand ones are fine too. I use those often. And so this saran wrap does a couple of things. It holds the fur onto your skin, of course, but it also occludes the allergens, the proteins and the allergens that could be provoking a reaction onto your skin. And it also opens up your pores a little bit because you're going to be getting a little hot under the saran wrap, possibly sweating. So it is normal to have a tiny bit of itchiness under the saran wrap because, oh, hi baby, hi. Because you're going to be sweating a little bit. If it becomes unbearable, it could be an allergic reaction starting. So go ahead and take everything off, take a look at your arm, see what's going on. If you have hives, like big welts, or the circular swollen little bumps, or severe itching, of course, shortness of breath, stop, abort the test. But if that all feels good, then I like to secure it with a little bit of tape here. If you can find the end of the saran wrap, that would be ideal. And you could probably use 4 pieces of tape if you wanted. I mean, you can do it whatever you want. Put it as tight as you want, as loose as you want, but it should be nice and secure because you're gonna be sleeping with this on your arm. So that's another thing for you people that put your arm under the pillow. Put it on the arm that you tend to not put under the pillow, just because all that action under the pillow is gonna probably like make this saran wrap roll up and fall off in the middle of the night, and then you'll have to repeat everything. So this is the first time I've done this on myself, by myself. So if you have your friend handy, it's good to have them wrap your arm, or help you get that sock on, because it is very challenging when you just have one hand to do this on. But oh, I'm getting it. Oh yeah. All right. And make it, loose-ish, but just tight enough to hold that on. You're not really trying to splint your arm. Okay? So just a little bit, you feel a little pressure, but don't cut your circulation off, okay? And then basically you drink lots of water, go lay down, chill for an hour, maybe watch some, TV or Game of Thrones or something, I don't know. And then if you feel good, go ahead and go to sleep. I'm looking at my laptop right now because I want to make sure I got everything in this video. When you order a fur sample from me, I send instructions with it so that you know what to do. But I wanted to make this video because I know some people don't like to read 3 pages of information. And visuals are always better. And pictures worth 1,000 words. So, let me make sure I got it all. Plenty of water, guys. Soda is not water. Tea is not water. Milk is not water. Water is what you need, especially if you have allergies and asthma and eczema. Drinking lots of water is going to hydrate your skin and basically overall just help your health in general, okay? But it will also help clear out any allergens that might be from your test lingering around and stuff in your system. Yep, looks good, okay. Okay, I'm gonna edit that part out, I think. So in the morning, when you wake up, after you've slept with your fur sample on your arm, go ahead and remove this stuff. That's some strong Velcro. Take it off and unwrap this if you can. You might just have to tear the saran wrap or whatever. I guess you could just tear it because you're not gonna reuse it. That would be kind of gross. Go use it on your leftovers. Okay, so I'm just gonna tear it and get off. So once you get it off, don't throw your fur sample away. Keep it, just in case you want to repeat the test, or maybe in a few days you feel like, did I have an allergic reaction? Did I not? What the hell? You can just open it up and sniff it too, if you feel safe to do that. But you want to look at your arm, and you're going to look for any signs of an allergic reaction, which you probably know what those are in your body, but usually it's some redness, the welts that can happen. They're usually circular, raised bumps, kind of blotchy looking all over, and itching. That's the biggest sign. So if you have a lot of that going on, then you probably are allergic to Siberian cats, unfortunately. And you could still consider doing the next step, but it'd be a personal choice. So anyway, the next step, if you pass the fur sample test and you are not allergic, the next step is to actually go visit an actual real Siberian cat. So you would want to find a cattery, hopefully near you, near your hometown or whatever, and contact that cattery and ask them if you can come over for a visit and pet the cats that they have. You want to try to pet the kittens and the adults if you can, so that you have a gauge for if you would be allergic after they're mature. And I'm sure that's by appointment only. And if you're traveling somewhere, like say you're going on a trip, although it's COVID time, but let's pretend things are normal and we all get to travel someday again. But say you're going on a trip like to the East Coast or to the West Coast, the opposite coast of whatever you're on, and you're gonna be flying, say to California. Look in that area that you're flying to. Like if you're going to San Jose, look in that area to see if there's a cattery there, in case, like if you live in the Midwest or in the East Coast and there's no cattery around you at all, like even driving a few hours, then when you go on that trip that you're planning, in the off time of whatever activity you're doing, try to go visit a cattery over there. It's an excellent opportunity to squeeze that little chore in while you're traveling. And most cattery owners are very nice. Oh my gosh, I'm itching. I think it's probably from the saran wrap though. Anywho, go ahead and shoot me an email if you want to. My email address is magickittens.contact@gmail.com. Please definitely visit my website for more information and updates about our upcoming litter. And the website address is magicsiberians.com. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. If I was confusing or anything like that during the video, shoot me a comment down below and I'll try to answer. Thank you. Bye.